Okay, can everybody hear me? Okay, if any of y'all don't know me, my name is Kristen. I am a physical therapist in the LVE Rehab department here. And today I'm going to be talking about our Activator poles. Just some background information first. These poles are from a company called Urban Polling. I will have all the website and ordering information at the end, but to start off, I'm just going to tell you about them, and then you will get a handout at the end. Anybody that's watching this online on the recording, if you want a handout, come by our rehab office and we can supply you with one and any additional information. So just some background, these poles were designed by an occupational therapist named Mandy Shintani, and she created them specifically for people that have chronic conditions, who are post-op, or just people that need general increased stability, who like to exercise, and people that are specifically in rehab. This is a Canada-based company, and no, I'm not sure if the tariffs are going to affect ordering these or not. So, if you're wondering. About these poles, we're going to talk about the benefits first. So because they involve your arms and your legs, you're going to get increased aerobic and resistance training because your arms aren't just at your side, you're actually in a rhythmic motion, kind of like an elliptical, if you've ever been on an elliptical or seen an elliptical. It helps to normalize your gait pattern and improve your posture. Having the poles just gives us that tactile cue to stand up straight, much better than other assistive devices, which in the handout you will see pictures of differences between the poles and walkers and canes and forearm crutches. These can help to increase your gait speed by helping to propel you forwards, which gait speed is an excellent indicator of frailty, so it's good to be able to increase your gait speed. This improves your cognitive engagement because you are doing multiple things at once. You're having to navigate the poles and think about walking and navigating around your environment, so it's very good for the brain. And because you're exercising and doing all these other things, you're going to have improved mood, self-esteem, and social interaction. The social interaction comes more if there were like a walking group developed. So if we got enough people to order these, which this is, by the way, this is a company that we are partnered with. So that's why we have this specific brand. We also very much believe in these. They work, they're great. We think they are more beneficial than your traditional trekking pole. But if we have enough people have these, we can start like a walking program where we can have like a group session. And we can work with our fitness team on that as well. So I'm going to go over the different components of the poles, and you'll understand better how they're different from a traditional trekking pole. First off, they have a right side and a left side, and the reason being is because they have this ledge here for your hand to rest on, so you don't have to grip it and worry about your hand slipping. Like if it's hot outside, your hand might be sweaty. And this is also good for people that have arthritis in their hands. You don't have to grip it so tight, so when you're using these, you can kind of just trek along without worrying about it slipping out of your hand. It's very, very comfortable. So that's one thing that's different from a traditional trekking pole. The other thing is that it has a locking mechanism that will, well, that's on this pole, that will allow you to, it has like a double locking mechanism, so not only does it have the regular button that you push then locks into place, it then also has a secondary locking mechanism so that you know that your weight or stepping off a curb or anything is not going to cause it to collapse and then cause you to fall down. So that is a really nice feature there. And that is something that other trekking poles will not have as well. The weight capacities, so there's two different weight capacities. So the standard pole, which is these right here, they hold up to 250 pounds. So I mean, they're very sturdy and still lightweight, so that's excellent. These ones over here are more heavy duty ones, and they're really for our taller individuals. They can go up to the height of 6'4", and they can withstand weight up to 320 pounds. So these are, these can fit a variety of body shapes and sizes, which is excellent. Obviously, they are adjustable in length, which is similar to most trekking poles, but these are going to go to a higher height, up to 6'4". A regular trekking pole probably is not going to go that high. I don't really know, but that makes these unique. And we have difficulty finding assistive devices and adaptive equipment for our taller individuals and for our shorter individuals. So these are gonna fit both our shorter folks and our taller folks. The last thing that these have that make them extremely unique and why we as a rehab department recommend these over other poles is because they have this bell-shaped, wide base, cane-like tip. So it's very stable. It's not going to slip. It's not going to move. It's going to be easy to grip if you're having to go on uneven surfaces or up and down curbs or stairs with these. If you are more advanced and wanting to use these for more of like a trekking pole, this does come off, and you have your carbon fiber tip that like you could use on gravel or in mud or snow or whatever. The other cool thing is that you can buy different tips for this. So if you're more active or you're just wanting to walk leisurely, you have the option for that too. So this is gonna really be your all-in-one pole. You can use it for extra stability and just leisure walking, or you can use it for actual trekking if that's something you are into. So that's pretty much the components of the poles. Some of the conditions and situations that these are recommended for most commonly are people that have hip and knee arthritis, pre and post-op knee replacement surgery, because this is going to normalize your gait. And if your knee is hurting or your hip is hurting, we see you walking down the hall like that. Post-op spinal surgery, that's going to help with the posture again. And then, of course, our more chronic conditions, Parkinson's disease, multiple sclerosis, and stroke are excellent, mostly because they kind of get your body in that rhythmic movement. And a lot of people with chronic conditions, specifically neurological conditions, they lose that ability to take big steps and perform gait efficiently and with good quality. So other than those conditions, we recommend these for any type of older adult that could be a fall risk. And we want to minimize falls. So if this device is appropriate for you, you would come into rehab, we would assess you and tell you, yes, this is appropriate for you, or no, this is not appropriate for you. In my opinion, this device is for a very specific person. It's not for every person that uses a walker or a cane, but it's for a specific person, and it would warrant, I believe, a rehab consult to determine if this is appropriate for you or not. So like I said before, you're going to get this handout, and it highlights the difference between walking with the poles and other devices. No matter how good our posture is, if we're using a cane on one side or any type of unilateral device, we're kind of going to end up leaning slightly. A walker, doesn't matter how good our posture is, or if you've ever pushed somebody in a wheelchair, we're always going to end up like this. It happens to me too. So these really do get you upright and nice and straight. The last bit of information that I have is how to order these. We have a discount code and free shipping. Like I said, we partnered with this company, Urban Polling, to learn how to use these Activator poles specifically and what type of person they're appropriate for. We us and our fitness team has all taken a course on this, and what we would really hope to do is have maybe enough people that have these that we could get together a group of people to do some like outdoor walking or even some type of class. There at other places and communities, whether it be ACTS communities or not, they are using these poles in exercise classes, because you can do like squats and stuff with them and various things that are very aerobic and incorporating strength. The problem is we don't have enough of these poles to offer a class, but if we had people that were interested in these poles, then maybe that would be something we could work with our fitness team on starting up. So that would be something, possibility in the future, if you guys were interested in that. So I'm just going to quickly demonstrate how you would walk with these poles, and then that will pretty much conclude everything I have to say. We will provide you with the handouts at the end. Again, there's a right and a left. How you should use these, your elbow should be at or almost a 90-degree angle when you're holding these. You don't want them too low and you don't want them too high. And how you should walk is your arms and legs should reciprocate just like you would if you were running. It's very, you can walk very casual with these. You can negotiate curbs with these very easily. They're very stable. If you are a faster walker, you can order a different tip to kind of help propel yourself, or you can just kind of walk more with them behind you. So again, that would be something that we would assess you as a rehab department to make sure that you're going to be safe, able to use these correctly, and make sure you are appropriate for them, whether as a device or as an exercise aid to increase aerobic capacity. So again, we're going to have the order information with the discount code and who to contact and everything like that on this. Other than that, I don't think I have anything else to say about the polls. I will open it up to questions. Sherry has a microphone for any questions.
You want me to yell?
Yeah.
Oh, there it goes, Sherry. I think it worked. Good question. So this sheet will have all the order information. There's a phone number you will contact. There is a retail account number you will provide. And then there is a, what do you call that? Like an inventory number or a SKU or something like that, that you would provide for what item you want. An item number. You would provide the item number that you wanted. And if you weren't sure what it was, you can always come ask. And then when you give them that code, that's how they know to give you the discount and the free shipping and that sort of thing.
What's the price?
The price for these ones is $115. So that may sound a little expensive, but if you look at nice trekking poles, they're going to be upwards of $200–300. So it's an investment, but they're going to last a long time. And the company offers replacement parts if the tips were ever to go bad or anything like that. So really, that's not that bad of a deal. Oh, hold on.
What's the construction and how much do they weigh?
Good question. You said what's the construction?
What are they made of?
What are they made of? I do not know. I did not have that information. I will have to get that information for you because I do not have that information. They weigh maybe 2 pounds, less than that, less than 2 pounds. I can also get that information for you. That is a great question. But they are very light, and when we're through, you're welcome to come test them out.
Hi, are they adjustable or does one size fit all?
They are adjustable. So, yes, this just has a simple, just like a cane, little button click, and you can adjust it. Let's see, it goes all the way down to about, I believe they said it goes down to about 5'2", 5'3", and not these ones, but our heavier duty ones will go up to 6'4".
Do they collapse a little bit more for
Yes, so you can take them
travel?
apart.
Okay.
And we also have like if you were flying and say you needed to take these through TSA, we have a form that we could fill out for you to say, this is not a weapon, I don't need to check it, I can take it through security. So we have that available as well. Again, this is a specific company that we have partnered with, and we have been trained in using these and how to exercise with these. I think they're a really great product, especially for people that like to walk outside but maybe don't feel as stable walking outside. This is a great way to get you back on your feet outdoors.
Christian, I use regular trekking poles that I bought for the Grand Canyon. Is that okay?
What kind of, do they have a rubber tip on them?
No.
They just have the-
It has a metal tip, but a rubber around it.
Okay. I mean, those, I would suggest probably a more stable tip, but as long as they're not slipping on anything you're walking with, and if you have not had any falls or near falls, those may be appropriate for you. Now, if you're really questioning, I would suggest you come in and just let us see how you walk with them, and then I would be able to better determine if those are appropriate or if something like this was more appropriate for you.
Thanks.
Any other questions? Yes, Francis.
How many people do you need to buy them for you to have a class?
Good question. I know whenever we took the course, there was talk that we needed at least 12 pairs, and I think we only have 6 pairs. So it wasn't really enough to like create a class. But this would be more if people had their own personal ones, and then with the residents and us, if we wanted to kind of create either a group exercise class or a group walking class, then that would be something that we could do that could be kind of fitness driven, but also kind of resident driven, because it would be your personal poles. So that would just be something that we could think about in the future.
And so, if we want to do the class, we need to let you know we have our own pole.
If that would be something in the future, but yes, we would have to have enough people that want to do a class and have poles if we were going to create a walking program or any type of exercise program that involves these poles. We wouldn't be able to have people show up that don't have these poles. And that's kind of what they talked about when we took the course on these as well. We can't really organize something if we don't have the equipment. So. Any other questions? If anybody wants to, if you guys want to come, see how these feel or test them out, you're welcome to. I'll be up here for another couple minutes. And Sherry has your handouts for you.